Alright, so I'm continuing the same save file. At this point, this is basically a Let's Play. It's not really a tutorial, but whatever. I'll try and talk about what I'm doing. It's incredibly disorganized. Alright, so we're getting close to the next season, so we got to prepare for that a little bit. But I mean, really, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm still going insane, so I'm going to have to deal with that. A good way to deal with going insane is to just build a bunch of stuff. Prototyping stuff really helps. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prototype stuff like signs and like chests and wood walls and stuff like that. That'll help me stop going insane. And also, if I can make a pitchfork. That's a good one. I can just drop that anywhere. What else can I make? I can make a boomerang with some silk in this, some wood, and that'll be good for getting birds. I have some gears to make another fridge if I want to, but we're not going to do that right now. I do need a tent would be really good right now, and what I really do need is a bird cage though, so we're going to have to go get what's important is that we can get a swamp to get that, but since we don't see any down here and up here, I'm going to have to like start exploring new avenues, so I'm going to go up here and try and really find that. I'm going to want to make sure I have food for when I leave, and I do have food, and I can drop my razor because I'm not going to need it, and we're going to keep the wood with the grass, so let's just go for it. We have plenty of flint. Probably want to get at least 2 stacks of grass because that's 2 fires. And then we're going to take the road to make it quicker. We want to avoid going too close to this chest biome. They will attack us. And along the way I can pick flowers for sanity, and they also become rot in a little bit. Really kind of just looking for a swamp so you can make a bird cage. Bird cages are really good. And we'll be able to make a bird trap with some more cobblestone. I mean, cobwebs. I know what I'm talking about. So just some basic kiting. And if you destroy spiders' nests, you can get silk from them. You probably want to wait till they're a little bigger, but I don't expect to be coming back here very soon, so I'm just going to kill it now. Just get a couple. And, you know, spider nests are renewable, because if you wait until they're tier 3, you can get a full one from them. And if you wait till they become a spider queen, you can get not only a tier 1 spider, you can leave the nest there, and you can still get a... So it looks like there's not going to be a swamp up here. This looks like it's turning out to be a dead end, so I'm going to have to keep exploring. It's going to be late soon. I'm going to be losing some sanity. We got the screen shaking, which is probably the clockwork monsters, so I don't want to get too close to them. But if we get too close to him, it's fine, because he won't be able to kill me. Because you can dodge pretty easily as long as you're not kiting. We want to stop all these, especially because we have inventory space. They can have good things in them. All these tumbleweeds, and we're also getting a lot of sticks and grass without having to pick it. So we got something like bone shards, that's really good. I mean, I can hear that the hounds are coming, so we're gonna take this puffy vest, and we're gonna jump in here and see where this goes. Even though we're kind of low in sanity. Alright, so that led us down here. So that's a good little jump if we need to use that. And we also got this large jump, so those are both pretty good wormholes. Now I'm going to go back to defend against the hounds. I want to make sure to wear my log suit. Actually, I can pretty much take them wherever I am. So I'm going to follow where this road goes now, see if we can't find a swamp. A lot of times you find a swamp generally around... I find a swamp generally around forest areas. But it can be really anywhere. So picking some flowers. Again, I try and not pick ones near my base. We can cook this, gain some great sanity from that at night. It's one of the best ways to gain sanity. Ooh, not a good idea. Probably should have moved back. Anyway. So I really don't want to fight this while I'm kiting spiders, so I'm going to get him a little away from the spider. Get them both to bite you and then run. Oh, made a little mistake. And another one. Pick up some of this cut stone. Another berry bush. Can plant that. Get some berries. You know, just not really doing good this run, but you know, that's how it goes. Still gotta survive anyway. Always want to kill these spiders. They're very easy to kill, even when there's a bunch of them. And this forest is gonna have a lot of spiders nested in it, which is gonna be really great for later. You generally want to avoid trying to kill spiders late at night, because late at night is when you can have a ton of spiders and you're, you know, camped out around your very, very small fire. So I try and avoid doing that, unless you have Abigail, because at midnight Abigail will just decimate level 3 spider nests. If you gain anything from watching this, at least you know that going insane isn't that bad, because I do it all the time. Alright, we want to plant this not too close to anything so it doesn't catch on fire. But we're going to chop wood during the night. And we'll eat this meatball. And we can eat these petals for some health. And some foliage. We can cook these to gain some sanity. If we eat them uncooked, we'll lose a bunch of sanity. But if you eat them cooked, you gain a bunch of sanity. So they're really great. Especially when we have long nights, but not midnight. Just long dusks. We can really get a lot of those. And you can probably get a mod or something to mark their location. But if you're not going to do that, what you can do is anytime you find a ring, you can mark it with some floor tiles. You can also like plant something in the middle of it. You can put a tree in the middle of it. Whatever you want to do to mark it on your map. Alright, so night's gonna be ending pretty soon. We want to still find that swamp, so we're going to go down around here, look around there, we're going to go look around there. Because this looks like a dead end. The best place, the best way to map is to go around the entire edges of the world, which is great, and you can generally do that in the first 5 days if you're just living a nomad lifestyle. But since we're trying to like go for an early setup, we're not going to do that. Because generally, when you see biomes, you're going to know where they're going. We can see this is almost all forest. This almost certainly is going to continue down and up. We don't really need to explore that much because we got up here and saw this is water, this is water, this is water, we can assume. Something like here, you can't really assume because you don't know what's down here. So, like down here, like we can assume this is all water without seeing it, and this is probably all going to be water. And so is this, but like over here, we know that there's something over there. Oh, actually, there's a swamp down there. I can see the little reeds. So that'll probably be where we'll go. Found it. Didn't even notice. And we can come back and dig these graves later for some trinkets, which we'll trade to the Pig King, who should be somewhere in here. Pig Kings are usually, if not always, going to be found near Catcoons in that biome. But if you're not playing Reign of Giants, then of course you won't have that biome, so they won't be. So we can make get some flowers to make a petty parasol. You can't do that if you're not playing Reign of Giants, because you don't have that option. It's not makeable. That'll prevent some of the water. So it'll go slightly less insane. But water damage is kind of a big thing in spring. We also want some ice. So when we come down here, we're going to get some ice. Ice is really good for the summer, and it's going to stay forever in an ice box. I don't generally want to mine it before I have an ice box. But now that we do, we might as well get some of it. You can get some really important stuff with ice, like Fling-O-Matics are going to be really great. Keep your stuff from getting burned down. There's other ways to deal with it, but... And ice is renewable, so... And during the summer, we're not going to be able to get ice. We want at least 12. And we're not going to be able to get 12 from here, but... We can go down there and get a little, too, on this journey. Might as well get some gold. And this ice might not come back. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but when penguins come in, they make a bunch of ice near them, so ice is renewable. So we'll go down towards the ice first. And we're going to use a bunch of our logs to dry off at night. This petty parasol will be able to dry off, so we go less insane. Once again, once it gets dusk, we'll keep an eye out for some green mushrooms. When we're done, we can jump in that. Actually, so since that's there, this will probably make more sense to get right now. You gotta make sure we have space in our inventory too. So I'm gonna jettison anything I kind of don't need or won't have a use for. And if it's something important, we can always come back and get it a little later. So like something like this shovel or something that's not really that useful, like pine cones. We can always plant them too, if you want to do that. Plant a couple of them, plant all of them, as long as you have time. I don't really want to waste the time doing that now. Alright, Glommer statue is really good. During the next full moon we can get Glommer. And we got the pig village right here. So this is a really good find too, because we're going to be able to trade the Pig King for some stuff. If this is a pig village, yep, he's right here. And that's close to this wormhole, which is going to bridge us so we can basically go whenever we want. We're just going to lose a little sanity and come down and get the Glommer and get the Pig King. Now we really want to watch out. You probably want to be careful and be wearing armor when you're doing this. I'm not going to, because I get hit all the time and I don't really care. But tentacles can come up about anywhere, so just be aware that a tentacle can come up. attack you like that, you have time to move away from tentacles. And not that much time. And if you're lagging like I am now, it's really easy to take a hit, and they do a lot of damage. Mosquitoes, too, you want to stay away from them. Alright, so I'm just going to drop this cut stone because I don't really need it, so I can have a spot for reeds. And we don't want to be in this swamp at night. So we're going to explore a little. Those right there, that's tentacles. Those little spots you see. I don't really want to be here at night. You can be. I just don't want to because standing around you can get hit by tentacles. It's a lot safer to just not be there. What we need is we need 8 reeds. Getting more would be better, but we only really need 8. Since we're a little close to the next season, we're just going to get 8. And all these mushrooms are going to really refill our sanity. Mushrooms are really common here, so it's a great place to farm for sanity. But you got to be careful because you can super get killed here. First little anecdote, the first time I found one of these places, there was a set piece with a bunch of gear just in the middle of it, and I had never seen this before, and it looked creepy as hell, and I was like, that looks really, really dangerous to get. It's probably a trap. And then I went over to get it, and it was a set piece that had a bunch of tentacles, and it was a trap. I didn't die, but I took a couple of hits from tentacles, and when you're not wearing armor, because this is your first time playing, that's pretty rough. Alright, so we're going to leave this before we stop, because we don't want to be around these mosquitoes. And we'll go somewhere like around here where we can get some trees in the middle of the night. And I'm gonna burn this. It's not that's not a renewable resource, but I'm not really concerned. Alright, so what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna stop this one, take this one back, buy me some time, and then I'm gonna kill this one. And I'm going to try and come back and get this one. If I can. There we go. When they spawn with their radius, it's dependent on where your trees are currently at, so. But that really dried us off. That was good. And now we can cook a bunch of these. Regain basically all our sanity. Take a little health loss, but it's fine. We'll regain that with berries, because berries give you a lot of health. And cooked food's going to give us a lot of health, too. So now almost at full sanity. I got high max sanity, because I'm Wilson, so. Eat some of these, and we're good. We're off. Alright, we want to kill this guy for pigskin so he can get an umbrella. And then we're gonna get him to come out again, which is like kind of like a little tip. So take this, and we want to hit him. Actually, there he's gonna run from me, so I want to lure him. There we go. Put this on the ground. Gosh, come on. I usually do 2 hits. Like that, we killed him. Alright, so now that he's dead, one has immediately respawned, but he's not going to come out for another couple of days. So we're going to set his house on fire so he comes out, and then we're going to take the ice and extinguish it. And now he's out again. So that's how you ice farm pigs. And then when you have pigs, what you want to do is I want to feed him monster meat. And after 3 monster meat, he's going to turn into a wolf. And he's going to give us way more stuff. And I can just immediately attack. Actually, it's 4. It's 4, yeah. So I give it to him, and I'm just immediately going to start hitting him. Go for 2, and then the dodge. Probably shouldn't have gone for 2 the first time. And now that gives you 2 meat and a guaranteed pigskin. Really great. This Glommer's Gloop is going to be good fuel. Now we're going to go get more ice. So that's how you ice farm. There's other ways to do that more efficiently, but that's a pretty easy way to do it. It doesn't really require a lot of resources. Go away. It's not going to stop following me, is he? So I want to drop this somewhere near, I don't need these right now, but I want to, drop. God damn it. There we go. I want to drop them somewhere near the wormhole, so I can get them again. Pretty easy. We'll go get some ice. And we got plenty of food, so we're not worried about starving right now. We're just worried about the next season. If the next season's winter, food is going to be very difficult if you start in the fall. And if it's summer, surviving and not getting killed by the heat is a lot more difficult, I think. Because you could just stand around your fire all winter and you'd be fine, but you'll starve to death if you do that. And in summer, all your stuff grows, so you could just get some berry bushes and survive through the summer, but you'd have to just stand next to your endothermic fire, and there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen, like the dragonfly can come, and, you know, your food spoils faster. It's really easy to die from overheating. It's kind of a hard thing to prevent because endothermic fires are a little harder to make than normal fires. I mean, normal fires, if you're hot, you can just set a tree on fire with a torch. You can't really do something like that to endothermic fire. But eventually, summer's going to be one of the best seasons to go explore. So, when you get late game, you can basically infinitely survive in summer with Chester, if you know what you're doing. And we'll get to that one time. I mean, eventually. Alright, so I'm going to head back with all the new stuff I got. I got the reeds, so I can make a bird cage. I'm just going to need some seeds, which I can pick up. And we're going to eat. I'm going to probably regenerate some of my health. I keep losing health all the time from being very bad at guiding stuff. But I guess that kind of happens. A little rusty sometimes. It's a lot harder when I'm thinking out loud and talking about stuff to be dodging than when I'm just focusing on the game, I guess. Rabbit holes, you could dig those if you really wanted a rabbit, but who does? They're not a very good food supply. Oh, yes. We're getting hungry, but remember, we don't want to eat this food now because it's going to be much better when cooked in the crock pot. All of it. And we got a lot of trees. So we need this. Take this, we'll put this in our icebox. This will last forever now. And we're going to take some of this stuff and we're going to cook it. And make meatballs. And we have this for sanity, and some berries for health. We can make this into jerky if we want to. We got a lot of options now, a ton of food. We're pretty much set. What I really want is more chests right now. What you do really comes down to what you want to do. Surviving right now is going to just be easy. We want to be preparing for the next season. If you're not playing like this and you haven't got lucky or you're getting hit a lot like I am or you're running into a lot of issues, you can get to the point where it can become difficult the first season. But eventually when you get the hang of the game and you have it down, I mean, surviving is just never going to be a problem for you again. You'll just get it down and you'll be good. So I want to make 2 paper. We're kind of wasting the prototype because we're going to go way above what we should. We'll max our sanity, but that's fine because we need to do this now. So I got 2 seeds, some paper, and some gold. And that's how we make a bird cage. Bird cage, it doesn't really matter where it goes. It's not flammable. Actually, it might be flammable. Who knows? So I'm going to put it right here. And now we just need a bird. So we're going to get some of this and some sticks, and then we're going to use some seeds for the trap. And I will just add some of this for tonight. And then we'll make a bird trap. Like this. And then we bait it with some seeds. And we'll wait. Meanwhile, I really want to get some trees. So during night we'll probably be harvesting trees. Right now I'm going to get these sticks so they regrow. The trees are going to revert and lose their leaves soon, so we basically waited the perfect amount of time for that. What the birdcage is going to allow us to convert monster meat and stuff into eggs, and that is just crucial. Because once that is the case, you can survive solely on monster meat. You just convert some of it to eggs and some of it to monster meat, and you can cook meatballs. You can cook bacon and eggs. You can cook all kinds of stuff. Alright, let's get chopping. There's a lot of ways you can chop efficiently. The way we're going to do it is just chop them down. If you're a Maxwell, you can have your minions help. If you're any other character, you can just chop them down. You can hire pigmen with meat. You can use an old bell as probably the most efficient way. There's a couple glitches you can do. We're going to keep our old bell when we make it. In the next full moon, we're going to make an old bell. But we can make some pig huts near our house so that we can chop trees really easily without using any glitches or using the old bell, which is renewable, but it takes a long time to get one. Eventually what you can do is, if you are so inclined to use glitches, you can stack all your trees and then just use an old bell to chop them all down at once, or you can just build them in close proximity and use an old bell to chop them all down. There's a lot of stuff you can do. We'll do that eventually. Because old bells are really easy to get. I solved some of the problems, so my computer's not lagging that much, which is really good. I'm glad, because it means I can play. I changed some of my settings. I won't be streaming a lot. We're really having trouble with that, and I don't really have the money to upgrade anything. Chopping is a good thing to do when it's raining if you're having trouble with the rain, because the trees protect you from the rain. So your wetness still goes up, just by such a small amount, it doesn't matter. If you wear a hat or anything, it really won't go up. And we heard that sound, that catching sound, so that bird's going to be down there. So I really want to get my HP up. It's kind of been low for a while. Not really a big problem in my book, but you don't want your HP to just be low forever. You really don't. So we're going to kill this butterfly. I probably should have reviewed how to do butterfly cupcakes before I did this video, because evidently from the last one I don't really know how to make them. So we put the bird in the bird cage. Now we have a bird. You can use any bird. If you want to decorate, go for the bird you want. But it doesn't really matter. There's no benefits to having one bird over another bird, besides it looking cool. And we have a pretty good base going for the next season. We're going to try and make it a little better before the next season in a couple days. It's getting a little rainy, so gonna go get my parasol again. Nope. Oh. There we go. I keep not taking my own advice. Get it when they're towards the top of their spirals when you want to do it. There we go. That gives you plenty of time to move in. Or when they're sitting down like that, it's really easy. I use Control F because that works for butterflies, and I just only have one keybound. But you can definitely use like F so you don't hit Chester and stuff. Alright, butterfly wings out. We're going to want to make some butterfly pancakes, or cupcakes, like that. Drop some of this. We don't really need it right now. And I want to make a umbrella. I think it's, is it one pigskin? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, good thing we got that. We'll make the umbrella, and it's going to have higher percentage, and it's also going to protect us from more rain, so we can really start to dry off by being near the fire like that, or stave off the rain at least. And we can go get some tentacle spots later and make some rain protection. So I don't know what the recipe is off the top of my head, but it definitely works when you use vegetables and butterfly wings. I think you might need a fruit, is what I might be missing. I might be like a fruit. Starting in spring's probably harder than starting in fall. Fall's the mildest season. Spring, you're going insane a lot usually from all the rain. In fall, if you're really having trouble and you're playing Reign of Giants, I would start in fall, because winter may seem really difficult, but not only is it probably a lot easier than summer in my opinion, it's also in vanilla, so if you played vanilla, you'll be more used to winter. Because food, as we can see, is really not a problem. If you get a bird cage, you can survive on just monster meat. And monster meat's available in abundance as long as you're close to a spider den. So we're going to make more of this with more vegetables. I'm not going to use ice for a filler, and I'm not going to use sticks for a filler. You can use sticks for a filler. I'm just not doing it because I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the recipe. I should probably be more knowledgeable about this game, but I'm not really. I'm just kind of doing this when I'm bored every now and then. I'm playing more, so I'm learning more about it. I used to play a lot, but I only really have like 100 hours or so, I guess. I don't really know. We want to clear clutter out of our inventory. We don't really need all that stuff right now. We're not going to need this. We're not going to need this. We can plant this. We can drop this axe, which I probably should have used. The bird trap we can drop, and it might just catch a bird. That happens. Birds will fly into it. Low chance, but will eventually happen. Which is free food. So now we have a really good base. We're getting pretty much fully restocked. We got tons of berries. We can make more cupcakes, heal more. I got an umbrella. Get some hound's teeth in the next couple attacks, and we'll be able to get plenty of stuff. And we don't really care about overpicking food. This food's very renewable, and more food is going to mean more rot, and more rot's going to mean more fuel and more manure. We'll use the rot. And I'm kind of building this way for a reason. We're going to want to build a Fling-O-Matic for the summer. And you can build, a lot of people will build like a summer base. Right now, we're just going to make our base like summer viable, because we don't want to be building two bases. So we're going to need 2 gears, though. And we don't have 2 gears, so we're going to have to go get those 2 gears, and that won't be much of a problem, because we're going to heal up. And then we'll be able to make the Fling-O-Matic. That's why we need at least, I think it was 15 ice for the Fling-O-Matic. We want to make one this season. I guess we'll see if that turns into goop, then it's the vegetables that's doing it. Testing. We can drop this stuff. We're not really going to need it. Yeah, so make some jam by accident. Definitely. 3 berries always has a chance to make jam, but you could also have made butterfly pancakes with that recipe. But butterfly cupcakes, I don't know what I'm talking about. More drying racks, always a good thing. We can do that. We're going to plant a bunch of trees at some point to be lit on fire. So. As a note, it's unnecessary to make this many chests. You just need enough chests to put your stuff in. And as I've said before, you don't even need that many. You don't need enough to put your stuff in. I like to make a lot because I like to organize, and I make them in these weird clusters, so if one catches on fire, they don't all catch on fire. These are close enough where they'll catch on fire. It's a habit that I have from when I was playing, and I was like really seriously taking into account where everything was going to be. But it's not that important. The pitchfork is not really anything that you need. It's for decoration. You can move stuff. The only thing that you'd ever actually need a pitchfork for is if you want to move terrain so that eye plants don't spawn. If an eye plant spawns, it can start eating all my stuff, and that's not good. We definitely need more of these, so we're probably good on these, so. And more butterfly cupcakes. Definitely. He's going for that flower. Butterflies are so easy to kill. So yeah, so what we really need to do is we can take time to map it out. We found the door. We need more gears, so we're gonna go do that now. We're gonna get more gears. We probably want another spear for that because we're gonna use this one up pretty quickly. And we might want another log suit, but we don't need one right now, so we're fine. And we're gonna keep some logs in here. And we'll keep our umbrella on us because it's still spring. And we still have all our twigs. So we're fine right now. And I want more grass. We got a bird cage, which is really great. We got fridge, which is really great. We don't have any beehives to pick, like honeycombs, bee boxes, one of those words. But we have a, if we want to make one, it's right there. We can get some bees. We'll catch some bees real quick and do that. All right. Equip, equip. And we're going to clear this out. If there's any clockwork guys here. Yep, there are. We want this marble. Marble's nice. Alright, so let him hit. Go for it. There we go. Oh, we can get him to kill him. We'll just go like this. And he'll kill him. And we can get him to harvest these too. Best case scenario, you got one of these guys. Oh man, I suck. Oh, I was out of its range. Don't give me that. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. Don't take these guys on with an armor unless you really are confident you're not going to get hit. I'm not confident at all that I'm not going to get hit. I've gotten hit several times. I mean, if you really want to practice this game and you're kiting, you can use console commands to spawn in enemies and then just practice like going over fighting them. That'd probably, if you really want to get good at this game, that'd be honestly be a really good way to do it. Or just playing the game. I don't really have any pride in this game or want to be good, so I don't really practice, but I've played enough where I kind of know what I'm doing. Alright, we got a ton of marble from this. Marble makes marble suits. Marble suits aren't very good. Say what you want, but they're just not. I mean, you can play however you would like, but they slow you down a ton, and they don't even absorb that much damage. You're much better off with a dark suit, which we'll be making pretty soon. Because as I've detailed, sanity is not an issue you should be worrying about. Alright, I want this guy near the edge of the world, really. If I can get him in a corner, that's going to be perfect. Now, come on. I'll keep him like that so we can get him while he's charging up. Oh man, come on. And when he's running back, you can get him a couple times. I usually go for 2. Then we wait for him to... Now he'll probably be hopping back. Yep. These guys behave weird. You want to get them when they're hopping back towards their home if they're too far away. You want to get them into a place where they're going to continually run into the wall, like you said, because then you can just wait close by, and right when they stop, you can get 1 or 2 hits. Is one of the ways I do it. You also get them to do your bidding like we did. Now we have a ton of marble, which is great. And we have enough gears to make a fling-o-matic. Ooh, let's get a coal elephant. Why not? Alright, so if we follow this track in the direction it's going, we will find another track. And we can keep repeating and doing this until we find a coal elephant, or we're going to find something a lot more dangerous that will probably try and kill us. But if that happens, you'll see, and we can avoid it. Right. Also, some people change it so everything's a square. If you rotate, everything's going to be squared rather than everything's a rhombus. I keep it like this, because that's how I like to play. It's not the best way to play. You should have everything as a square, or like download a mod for geometric placement. But I don't, because I like playing like this. I like everything being on the default rotation, and every time I rotate back. If you've noticed, it's just like a thing I do. Keep it consistent. What would be best probably would be to keep it consistent so you don't get lost. But when you start the match, like when you start the game, you probably want to go to a different rotation. You're in my way. These will die to 1 spear hit, by the way. That's not good. Well, I lost a backpack. But there's nothing in it. So it wasn't really a big loss. It was a bad loss, though, because it shouldn't have been lost at all if I didn't take my backpack off right there. And then we'll kill this thing. Oh, come on. Come on. No, hit this. That's, don't get too used to using Control F, because you'll not hit the right thing. And look like an idiot. And we lost the coal elephant track because I wasn't paying attention. Which is great. Okay. Just make another backpack. No biggie. We got that fleshy bulb though, that's gonna be real great. We need more butterflies. On our way back, hopefully we'll see some. This fleshy bulb is gonna not really do much for us. It can make us a farm with the fleshy bulb. What it can also do is we can make some item farms, really weird item farms. Because they'll eat items, and they'll also harvest stuff, and then they digest it. But it takes a while for them to digest it. So if you get them to harvest enough of something, you can catch them when they still have a bunch of it in their inventory, which works really good. And then you get a ton of items without having to do any work. That's ideal. We don't want to do anything, ever. Never want to do any work. So we got that. We got gold. We need cut stone. I need to... Did I make a backpack and just leave it somewhere? Did I do that? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I'll get it later. It doesn't appear in your inventory if you're wearing something else over it when you make it. Alright, get the ice. We can make some cut stone. We need one of these. We got the other one somewhere. Alright, and then we got this. This is going to put fires out. So we're going to put it like this, and it's going to cover... this needs to move. We're going to put it like this, and it should cover this, 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 and these chests. these will still be able to catch on fire, and so will this. The problem with smoldering in the summer is things are going to smolder and they'll eventually catch on fire. The problem is that they can catch on fire while you're spawning in. So while you're walking towards your place, you might not be able to see it, but they start to smolder, which means by the time they're in view, they're close to catching on fire. Now, fire is going to spread slowly, and you can extinguish it, but you cannot extinguish it when it's on fire unless you have ice. So we have some backup ice to grab, but we're going to... This is hopefully far enough away, and we're going to keep all our items right here. So all this could catch on fire. That would be fine, though. This could catch on fire, trees could catch on fire. We're going to try to prevent that, but who knows, you know? Oh, and this marble, we need to take that, bring that over here. We make some checkered floors, like a whole bunch of them. I put all my rocks in the same chest. Usually one like this. My rock-like stuff. We'll put magic stuff in here. So we got these. I'll put with that because they're kind of misc items. Beard hair is kind of magical in its own right. I start to organize. Organization is important. You got misc stuff. This is a rock item. Got some misc stuff in here, like this rubber bond in this suit. We'll put something like that in here. That in here. We really want to make sure we know where everything is. Got some nightmare fuel in here. That's kind of magic. Put that with the magic stuff. Organize my inventory. And we're good to go, wherever we would like. Eat some meatballs. Regain some health. This checkered flooring. We can put it right here. No, we can't. I guess we have to do it before there's stuff on the ground. I don't know. Oh, no, wait. Oh, what am I doing? I have to take the flooring off. I'm trying to place flooring over flooring. Let's dig some floors. There we go. Yeah. Coordinate. Yeah. Checkered flooring doesn't really do much. Makes it so eye plants can't spawn. Also makes your turf look badass. We're getting close to summer. We want to chop all these trees down so they don't smolder and catch on fire. And we also want to make our turf look all badass. Because we got all that marble. That's important. Takes priority. I mean, in a way, it makes it so it's easier to recognize your place. And we always want to keep our turf everywhere. Turf is non-renewable. It's important to keep it. You can make carpeted floors and stuff. Yeah, it like, if you're not on like a weird rhombus shape, it probably looks a little better. I like it like this. I like played Don't Starve a long time without reading about anything, and I learned the game all by myself, so I kind of just like how it looks, everything being at a diagonal, so that's how I keep it. And it is great. There, so we kind of pimped out our place. Real important to do. You gotta like how your home looks. Kinda, I wanna like put some more on this side. We'll do that eventually. Seeds are better off in farms. Put seed in a farm, you get way more out of it. Farms aren't that great, but they're really good because you can, they're the only way to get like watermelons and stuff. But like, they're not really good for food. So you can see that color change in the world. That's indicating that it's now summer. And that's indicating that you're going to start overheating pretty soon. So we want to prevent that. So we're going to take this shovel, and we're going to go get my backpack that I dropped for no reason. And we're going to... Actually, I need to eat food. What am I doing? Get a little dry. Eat some food. Got plenty of food right now. We want to... nothing like that. Leave that. We're going to go get... I'm going to leave those for now. What we're going to do is get a bunch of grass over down here. So we can make a straw hat. Straw hat will prevent overheating. Not that much, but enough for a while. And then there's some other stuff we can make to prevent overheating. We'll go to the desert and we'll make some stuff. We can get some paper. And I'll end this session in a couple of days. Summer is the most difficult season in my opinion. It's not that difficult. It's very, 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 very dangerous. So the seasonal boss of this season is going to be the Dragonfly. And he can burn all your stuff down. He also does insane DPS, so you can't tank him, really. You could, I guess, theoretically, but it'd be really hard and unnecessary. He's also very fast, so kiting him is, like, really hard, too. And he's just, overall, hard to deal with. There's one really good way to deal with him. And I will not be able to demonstrate that in this first summer, because I haven't prepared. But I might be able to. It's doubtful, though, because the best way to deal with him is gunpowder, and you need rotten eggs for that, and I haven't really been making eggs. So rushing a bird is really, really good idea, because the bird will allow you to make an egg, and you can make at least 15 eggs really quickly, and then those 15 eggs and some nitro, you can make some gunpowder. Nitro is really, really easy to get. And I believe the other ingredient is ash, and that's also really easy to get. I'm not going to replant this, by the way. I don't always dig berry bushes that are far away from my base, because they're a good source of local cuisine when you're wandering around. And I have plenty in my base. I have like too many. Like it's like I'm not even gonna be able to pick all those. I might get some more eventually. And you don't want to like get all of your worlds. Where does this go? You don't want to get all of your worlds like non-renewable berry bushes, grass tufts, and stuff all in one area. That's really bad because if it gets caught on fire, you're gonna have be kind of screwed. So making giant grass tuft farms and giant sapling farms isn't really that great an idea, because you could end up losing all of them, and then you'll be shit out of luck for that. So I try and make moderate sized farms, so that way when I do have an accident, it's not that bad. Because as I was talking about, the Dragonfly is really hard to deal with, but he'll also come by and he will burn the hell out of your base for no reason, which is really shitty. And also, when things catch on fire from smoldering in the summer, they will burn the hell out of your base. So your base is in huge jeopardy. And in the grand scheme of things, dying will end your world, but having your entire base get destroyed usually ends in you dying, unless you're so far advanced in the game that you have a way to deal with that. Or you're really good. Like me. I'm really good. But you don't want to have your base burn down. In the winter, the worst thing that can happen is like you starve, you don't have food, but if you know anything about food, it's really easy to get. Just farm a spider den. Which we'll go do. Hopefully once this upgrades, we'll be able to get, oh yeah, we can get so many spiders now. Uh-oh. This isn't a good thing to be happening. Not at all. Alright, so what happened is the eye plants... Oh my god. Don't hit Chester. The eye plants got the spiders to come out. Now it's trying to kill Chester. See what I was meaning about farming? I got all this stuff from the fleshy bulb because it ate all of it. But anyway, if you anger a tier 3 den, you'll get some very large spiders coming out. And the gold ones, they leap, which is not good for you. You do not want spiders leaping at you. They're harder to kite. They will kill you. So all around, very bad. And that's kind of what happened here. Here I am, low at life again. But that is fine. I'm going to... pick these berry bushes, and I'm going to make some more butterfly stuff. No. This happens a lot. Oh my god. I'm just gonna click. Delay these. So I can kill this. Nope. Oh, come on. That was way too far away. Oh, and hounds. Tonight is peachy. Alright, well, I'm not worried about it. Put 2 of these in here. Get maybe one of these. Maybe sticks. That's probably fine. I'll use these to heal. We can make some healing salves with them, but there's really no point right now. Accidentally make some wet goop. So again, demonstrating I don't know how to make butterfly cakes. I assume I need vegetables. I really need this. And we got this going on too. Alright, so this red hound, ooh, will set everything on fire when he dies. So he needs to be somewhere else when he dies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not doing good. Ooh. Rode just in time. Roads make kiting easier. There we go. Get one hit. Get him. Like that. Alright, we don't have time to pick stuff up because now we're overheating. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make this. We're going to rush back to our base. Alright, keep an eye on our health. Though it doesn't really matter at this point. We need to immediately go for this chest because we know where everything is. We're going to take this, and we're going to make an endothermic fire right here. That's going to save our life. We're going to eat these. So now we're back up to health. So we're going to make an endothermic fire pit now. That's really important during, what's it called, summer. The endothermic fire pit right here is going to allow limitless endothermic heat. So we're going to keep the nitrate on us, though, for right now. We're going to do a couple things. We want to get our nightmare fuel, make sure we have it. And we want to go get our hound stuff. We'll need that a little later. And we also want to kill any butterflies we see, so we can heal. Oh man. Ooh, that would have ended this run. I kind of forgot about making an endothermic fire pit. Would have been a good idea. But I've had worse. Alright, a little suspenseful, but I'm gonna end for now. Actually, no, I'll go get some gold and I'll end. We're fine though, I mean. Got plenty of sanity now. We can always go back to that swamp and get a bunch of green mushrooms for sanity. But yeah, you really need to be able to deal with adversity in this game. When you get a hound attack, go insane, and have all this stuff happen at once, start overheating. You gotta think fast, but just remember, you can always tab and pause the game by putting the menu up and really think about what you want to do. See how the ice is melted? If we didn't have enough ice, we'd be screwed. For that flingo that we don't necessarily need either, but this hat will keep us protected for a little bit. What we're gonna try and do after the hat is, when we make another hat, we'll go and get some stuff from the desert. That'll definitely help. Now we're just getting some gold. Now we need some more gold for this. We need a little bit more. And we want to go down, get some gold down here and here. I'm not eating, I promise. I'm not eating Bunch of Crunch right now. All the nice gone through. It sounds like I am, but I'm not. Shut up. Alright. What was I talking about? Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, can't cook down that. We'll make a fire next to this endothermic fire to cook stuff. And that gave us some sanity. And we got plenty of food back in base, so we're going to eat all this right now. To refill our hunger and give us some health. Berries are really good for health. Not as good as butterfly, but that's fine. Alright, and I guess I'll end here. So, the game plan is to go get some gold for an endothermic fire pit. Make the endothermic fire pit. You should probably have this before summer, but I wasn't really thinking about it. Another good note is to just make a list of stuff you need and then go work on that list so you don't forget. And then we'll get all those trees. We'll make some more chests, organize some of our stuff. I'm going to fertilize all these once we start having stuff rot. We'll fertilize all those. We got a bunch of stuff to plant. And then there's a couple other things we can do. We can go clear out this for gears. We can make some bee boxes. There's a lot of stuff we still have left to do, and we'll do all those things while we survive through each season, and we'll talk about each season more in depth. And then, you know, I'll make a more in-depth season guide the next year when I'm very prepared for every season. We're also going to explore the desert. So, alright, that's it for now. See ya. I hope you like these videos, and I'll hopefully be making more. This one went pretty well as far as my computer not freaking out, so I'll definitely be making more when I have time.